end up in prison or addicted to heroin. But thank you, Avi. Just started supporting you on Patreon. Wasn't a huge fan of yours or the Bears in the beginning, but seeing how the leftist internet has treated you, you have proven that it's not a cult. Thank you. It's literally the opposite of a cult. And I know that sounds insane, but it's all about free will. Anyway, it's a movement and it's making an impact. They are running scared and sink to the bottom just to win. Much love and support to you and the Bears. Here's $10 to buy whatever the fuck you want. This guy's a legend. Classical liberals like us need to stick together and support free speech and great comedy. Take care. Love you, buddy. That's so true. And classical liberals are in a really weird spot because there is no real representation of classical liberals in mainstream except for maybe Dave Rubin or Dave Smith. Or it's so interesting. It's almost like the philosophy that so many Americans feel is not represented anywhere. It's like a lot of these news organizations will either show you this nonstop war machine right or this psychotic liberal crazy bitch at a college campus screaming at you. They will not show the whole foundation of Jeffersonian liberalism. And that's just insane. That's why we have to keep it alive. And conservatism, libertarianism, classical liberalism, those people can all get along very well. Those debates are healthy in America. Those are the debates that form great policy. But leftism, the neocons, the neo-Marxists, the postmodernists, these people are fucking trash. And they're just going to keep trying to pull us down into oblivion. And the Bears, let me show that picture again of... Artling just painted this. By the way, just to let you guys know, cults don't paint things this beautiful. Yeah. The CNN, Twitter hell, and the jaws of the beast, and the individual is risen up. That's not heaven, by the way. This is a metaphor. We're not getting religious. That would be too culty. But all the Bears just pull you out of that because they want to keep you in that. There's this great book that my mom read to me when I was a little kid about these caterpillars that are all clamoring to be at the top of these little caterpillar piles. And this one caterpillar met another caterpillar and they fall in love and they leave the caterpillar because they're like, your love is more important than trying to get to the top of this mountain. And they left and they became butterflies and they flew over all the other little piles of caterpillars. And I felt like that's kind of like me and Amy in a lot of ways, where falling in love with her and starting a family with her is what freed me in a lot of ways to reconnect to the greater good of the world, which was in me, which is in all of us. But sometimes we get caught in these little Ponzi schemes, these little pyramids, these little hedonic treadmills. Thank you, Matthew. Matthew, that was a very, very cool note because it showed that you weren't sold immediately, and I totally understand that. You got a bunch of people saying they're bears. It doesn't make sense sometimes, but then once you get it, you get it, and it's pretty amazing. And the people are what make it. It's just I let like 20 of them stay in my house when I taped my hour that I hadn't even met. And they were very respectful. They were just wonderful house guests. And if that doesn't say the whole deal, that's the deal. I've had fans that I wouldn't want to meet after a show because I'd be scared. I just think they're weirdos. The Bears are such moral and good people. Don't get me wrong, there's some outlier Bears that don't know they're not Bears yet. Every now and then we'll get some asshole come in that they think it's something that it's not, but they quickly leave, But they're good. They're good people.